You may start a first day scrape after cutting the reed blank and thinning the tip with sandpaper. You will need a holding mandrel, plaque, file, dual metric and standard ruler, pencil, and a micrometer. For most of the scraping, I prefer a Gros-Bay 3-square diamond needle file, but other medium grit files may also work. Measure from the reed tip and mark the 1/8, 2/8, and 3/8 inch areas with a pencil. Use a micrometer to check the thicknesses of both blades and write them down. Place the reed on the holding mandrel and insert the plaque to support the blades while you scrape. Dipping the reed in water from time to time will allow you to remove the cane more easily. Support the blade with your index finger and rest your finger on the table while you work. Place the file between the fourth and little fingers and grip it with your thumb and other fingers. The scraping movement should stem from the shoulder, not the wrist, hand, or fingers. Scrape the 1/8 inch area with the front edge of the file, staying clear of the rails. We will work the rails later. File from the channel of one side to the channel of the other. This diagram shows the 1/8 inch area you should be scraping. Scrape forward and back using very small motions, using light arm weight on the file, adding more weight if necessary. To remove cane evenly, gradually change the file angle from one side to the other, following the blade contour. Check the thickness on the micrometer after 1 or 2 passes and continue filing if need be. When you reach the first day thicknesses for the 1/8 inch area, move to the 2/8 inch area and repeat the process. Then do the same at the 3/8 inch area. After making any adjustment to the reed, such as scraping, you should test for response and intonation. An essential response test is to play a 3-octave scale, tonguing every note. Notice the response in each octave. Try on the other side also and see if it feels better, worse, or the same. Unless the reed is especially thick in the middle and back third areas, a new reed at this point should respond fairly well, particularly in the first and second octaves. It is possible that the reed will be unstable in the upper register. That is, notes above the staff and especially around F3 or higher. Another response test is sustaining a note in the mid-register, such as C2. Start at about a mezzo forte, crescendo to forte, then decrescendo to piano. If the reed has good response, you will be able to sustain the note even at this very soft dynamic. Intonation tests include playing a few notes starting with D2, which tends to be fairly stable. Check the pitch with a tuner. It is common for this note to be a little flat since the reed is new and likely a little long at 56 to 57 millimeters. Now play D1. This note may be flexible enough that you could play it a little below pitch center. Now check D3. This note is likely the lowest of the 3 Ds, but again, this is okay since the reed is new, probably unstable, and/or a little on the long side. A final basic intonation test is slurring the notes C, D, and E in the second octave. This E tends to be a relatively unstable note, so checking it for pitch and stability is especially helpful. You may also articulate E2 several times in a row, and even try bending the pitch to test stability. Sometimes the reed may simply need to be played to achieve greater stability, especially if it is only slightly flat or unstable. Allowing the reed to dry out for a day or more may also result in increased stability. If E2 is very unstable and quite flat, the reed will likely need to be clipped. If you decide to clip the reed, do so in 0.5 millimeter increments. Once the reed is closer to 56 millimeters in length or shorter, the stability and pitch of E2 and other notes like D3 will improve. After adequate response and pitch is achieved, let the reed rest for a day or so before making further adjustments.